Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 finale. And I want to look back at the trailer we got, specifically one or a couple of moments throughout the trailer that sort of give us a hint about the fates of certain characters. On the screen right now, I have the image of Magna, which definitely does not look good. We're going to go ahead and talk about this one as well. This is like the big thing. So with all that being said, general spoiler warning, I guess, in case you aren't caught up. Other than that, let's get into it. So yeah, that trailer I wanted to look back at because it does give us some hints about characters who will survive and possibly characters who will not survive. Again, nothing is set in stone. We will never know until the actual episode airs. It's coming pretty quickly. I'm very excited for the season 10 finale. Obviously, I'll be covering it on the channel, making my review, and then we'll talk about season 11, what we can expect, and then we're going to get the new show as well with Fear the Walking Dead. So exciting stuff coming up. But again, we're going to go ahead and talk about this image right here, or this shot from the trailer, which definitely is kind of scary. This is them trying to navigate their way through the horde of walkers. Now we know that's what they're going to do. They had that one image of the walkers surrounding the building. It looks pretty terrifying, and definitely reminds me of season 6 when they were stuck inside of the house and all the walkers broke into Alexandria and they had to find some way to get out, and that's the way they did it. Back then it was Rick and Carl, Gabriel, Judith, and then Sam and his family, and things didn't go well. We saw what happened with Sam and the family, Jesse and them, but Jesse was her name, right? Hopefully it was. I'm pretty sure it was. But anyways, yeah, Carl was there, and Gabriel was really important too, because he is now in this moment in the show when he's doing something like that all over again. It kind of makes sense why he's taking charge. And the trailer also had Daryl saying that not everybody's gonna make it, and I think he was being literal, because we've been talking about this like all summer long. There was even executive producers in the show having interviews talking about the finale, and how not everybody's going to be safe. And I think we all already know that in a way, so it's nothing too surprising. Because again, it would just be weird, I think, if everybody makes it out of the situation. It just doesn't seem very realistic. But I think the big thing that had everyone talking is the rumors that one major character will end up dying in this episode. Now, I'm not going to get spoilery in the comics or anything like that, but the reason why that's a big the conversation is because in this, like where the TV show is at right now, comic-wise, in this time, there was a major character who ended up dying. And I'm pretty sure like The Walking Dead's Twitter confirmed that or something like that. They did a Q&A a couple months back, and somebody asked is there gonna be a big moment like in the comics, and they basically said yes. I think they replied by putting up a thumbs up or something like that, like an emoji. But the point is, by the looks of it, one major character, at least one major character will probably die. I don't think only one character will die. I think one major character will die, and then probably some secondary and background characters. Now, when it comes to Magna, I would definitely argue that Magna is a major character. I know she only got introduced last season, but still, I think her group has really built themselves into the show. And if that one major character who ends up dying is Magna, I do think that would count as a major character. And the reason, again, obviously I'm talking about Magna is because in this image you can see that it's hard to tell if it's a walker or a whisper behind her, but she looks, based on her face, she looks pretty terrified. Now, again, I'm not too sure if this is a walker or a whisperer. Maybe it's just me, but I can't tell. And honestly, I like not being able to tell. That's one thing I think they did a great job with this show. Is that it truly is sort of difficult to tell between a walker and a whisperer, for us fans. So, and we know that there's whispers, so let alone, for the characters. So I think that's pretty cool how the show did a really good job with that. But anyway, so there's a couple things that could be going on here. So number one is this is a whisper, and she's hearing the whisper literally whisper to her, and she's just terrified. She can't run away, because if she runs away it'll gather attention for her and the walkers will bite her. Maybe that whisper has like a knife up to her or something like that. And again, she can't scream, she can't do anything, because the walkers around her will attack. And this is like another thing. The whispers really have a huge advantage here. They can just walk up behind people and stab them or whatever. And those walkers, I mean, the stab could probably, do the damage, but also like the walkers will be attracted to the blood. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So if, one of these whisperers stabs somebody, even if it isn't like a fatal stab, just a little bit to get the walkers to notice that, there's blood here, they're already, in trouble right there. Now, another thing could be that this is like a walker behind her. Now, I don't know if I would say the walker bites her. I mean, it could, because remember when Carl got bit, he sort of had like the same reaction that Magna has. Magna doesn't have to scream or anything like that when a walker bites her. Same thing, with Carl. He didn't scream when a walker bit him, and we found out later. So something like that could be happening. Like maybe she gets bit here, and then she finds out later. But I don't think something like that could. I mean, that's a tricky one, because if a walker is gonna bite her once, a walker biting her once just doesn't make any sense, right? But the point is, like, that could be a walker sensing her, because we have also seen that on the show before, where the walkers are like confused for a second. I remember it happened with the whispers when they were in that field. It also happened way back in season 1 when Glenn and Rick did the walker guts method. The walkers would walk past them and they would feel like a little bit confused or like, suspicious, like, is this person really a walker? So something like that could be happening. Like maybe this walker is getting suspicious and, following her or something like that, and she's getting nervous. Or the third option is that she's seeing someone else get bitten. Because remember, if you see someone else get bitten or taken down, you can't really do anything in the situation unless you also want to get taken down. If she screams, the walkers will attack her, and the whisperers will find her. I mean, I don't think the whisperers are going to have that much trouble finding them anyways, because they can easily tell the difference. But the point is, like, if she screams, that's, she's going to get herself in some really deep trouble. So, she might be, seeing someone else get bitten or taken down or something like that. So you guys let me know which one of those three you think it could be, or do you think it could be something totally unrelated, or something else could be happening, or maybe, this could just be like a nervous look, that could also be it. But again, why would they put it in the trailer? Yeah, they could fool us, but I mean, this is something obviously is happening here. If there's a close-up on Magna, and her face seems to be, she seems to be uncomfortable here. So again, you guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think it is? Now, there's a couple of things in this trailer that sort of hint at characters, not really hint, just sort of tells us that some characters are going to make it out of, the walker situation. The first one being Lydia. You can see her later in the trailer, there's no walkers around her. This looks to be in some other location, probably like, there's probably whispers there, but there's no walkers. So the point is, like, they get out of that situation. Now, I'm not trying to say that these characters survive or anything like that, because we don't know. They could survive the walker situation and a whisper takes them down. We never know. We also have this shot of Jerry. He doesn't seem to be surrounded by walkers, so he seems to be okay. We also have this shot of Carol, Lydia on the side, and I can't really tell who that is next to Carol. I'm looking at the very bad quality one. I'm gonna try to find like a better quality trailer when I make the video, but when they first uploaded it, they uploaded to Twitter, and you had to zoom in to look at it, so I can't really tell based on this quality. But the point is, I want to talk about Carol for a second, because I know Carol was a popular theory about a big character dying, because that definitely is a major character. Now again, this doesn't mean that she survives the episode. This just means that she survives the walker situation. So you guys let me know what you think. But I think if Magna is the one who gets taken down during that moment, yeah, I would think that would be like a major character, even though it's not like, a character who's been on the show for a long time. I do think Magna's group has definitely made their place into the show. And Magna's group, they have all of them really survived for a long time. I still think Connie's alive, because that's my opinion. I still think Connie's alive, because unless I'm wrong, I do not remember them putting Connie in like the Talking Dead memorial. If they did, correct me, but I don't think they did. And yeah, I just don't think they would, the reason they didn't say anything all this time, I feel like she is alive. Or at least we'll find out what happens. We'll see. We'll see. But the point is, I do think Magna's group has really, had their place in the show. And I would consider them, pretty big characters. So you guys let me know in the comments down below again, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think, who do you think its major character is going to be? Do you think it's going to be Magna? If not, who do you think it's going to be? Again, I do think like one major character will die and then probably some, secondary and other minor characters. Not too many, probably just a few. But again, by the looks of it, one major character will end up dying. So again, you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about it. I am going to wrap it up there. I just quickly want to make this video talking about the trailer again, because the trailer does give us some hints about what we could see happening in this finale. Any news we get about the finale, obviously I'll be covering on the channel, so be sure to stay tuned behind the subscribe button, as well as reviews, when the episode airs, and then reviews for the new show and Fear the Walking Dead. So yeah, if you are a fan of the show, be sure to subscribe. As far as this video goes, I am going to wrap it up there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.